It's the new year. It's 2023. It's the start of the year, start of another great year I'm hoping for this year. The 916 has been screaming at me, telling me take me out. And all you would be screaming at me saying, Grizz, you're mad for taking it out this time of the year. But I couldn't resist. I had to take it for a spin. Tomorrow's my birthday, so that's one good reason for taking it out. I've got a new job. That's another good reason for taking it out. Is the new year. Obviously that is another reason for going out. Taffy is also starting a new job, so there's lots of celebrations. And Taffy's working today, and I'm home alone. And yeah, I'm never very good home alone, so I got out for a ride. I should really be in the garage working on the BMW, but this bad boy was calling me saying take me for a ride. So anyway, let's get started. Let's go. I have literally pulled up in the middle of Cheddar and parked up. So let's have a little ride. I mean, I've been out for 5 minutes. I just got some fuel. The roads are not ideal, but this is as good a weather as I've seen as any. The roads are still wet and damp in the shade, but where the sun's getting to the roads are actually quite dry. So, and we've had a lot of rain. We've had like, I don't know, seems like 3 weeks of rain, maybe more. And I'm figuring that all that salt that was on the roads from when they gritted the roads has now been washed away. So I'm thinking it's a safe ride, as safe as it gets. It's going to get a bit dirty, but I'll give it a wash, and all will be fine. All will be well in the world of the 916. So yes, lots of good news. As I said, I've got a new job. I got approached at work and asked if I would like to do all of their photography and video work for things like their new and used cars. So I jumped at it. The pay's not really a lot better, but it's certainly no worse. I'm gonna get a company car. I wish it was a company bike. And yeah, I really cannot complain at that. Very happy for it. It's going to be a complete change of job and pace. It's a 9 to 5 job, Monday to Friday. I swear, for years now I've been getting up really early. I was getting up at one point at like 2 a.m. That was in my previous job. I'm working 12-hour days and a lot of graft. So I stopped doing that. Then I went over to just pure driving for Drive Vauxhall and doing collections and deliveries of vehicles, and that was going well. Then I went on to be a service advisor. Sat on the front desk, did that for like, I don't know, 10 months, something like that, and it just wasn't my bag. So I went back to driving. I've been doing that now probably, I don't know, 6 months, 8 months, a year. I lose track, to be honest. So yeah, they approached me. The guy that was doing all of their photography and video work has left, and they said, Grizz, would you like the job? And I said, yeah, why not? It was literally a on the spot decision. So but what a great one, really, to be honest. It's going to be very refreshing for me. I'm excited for the opportunity. It's ironic that I have literally spent the last, what is it now? I started 2015, so in February 2015 I started doing all the YouTube, Twitter and Instagram stuff. And now, yeah, 8 years on, I'm not taking photos and videos of motorbikes. Well, I still am. But now for a profession, for a job, I'm going to be doing kind of things like that with cars, which is quite bizarre to me, to be honest, but I'm really looking forward to it. Nothing's really going to change from a standpoint of Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, all those things that I do daily. I want that to continue. but I guess there are going to be some small changes because Taffy is starting a new job, which I'm more excited about than anything. I'm super excited for my new job, but I'm just super excited for her. She's been doing the same job for a long time now and working a lot of hours, a lot of unsociable hours. She worked New Year's Day, she's working again today, which is a bank holiday. So she's got like another month, not even that, I think, actually like a couple of weeks, because she's due some holiday. This guy's letting me overtake. Let's overtake then. I want to keep it in the dry, thank you. So yeah, and she's going to be working sensible hours, just Monday to Friday, similar kind of setup, 9 to 5. I think she's 8:30 to 4:30, so I can drop her into work, which is going to be nice. It's not too far from home again, so it's all good in the hood. So I'm just really excited for her, because at long last she's going to have some weekends. We can have some weekends together, which is a real rarity. Hence, through the last 8 years, I've been able to do so much videos for you guys, because Taffy's been at work and I've just been like, hey, what should I do? I know, I'll go make a vid. I'll go make a YouTube vid. So that's the way it's been, really. So yeah, some changes in that respect. So yeah, but I'm really pleased for it, and just super chuffed, super duper chuffed. We're partying too hard over Christmas and New Year's, like I always do, but that's what I was there for. That's what I was there to enjoy. Looking forward to, I've got, tomorrow's my birthday off, so I got tomorrow and the day after off. And then I'm off for a day's training up in Leicester, and then I start the job properly the end of this week on Friday. So yeah, epic times. Financially, I'm not really sure where I'm going to be. I think I'm going to be doing a little bit of overtime here and there, maybe some extra duties here and there to help out. So I'm hoping there's going to be, or maybe some kind of bonus, I'm hoping there's going to be some extra money coming, which could enable me to keep the 916. I don't know if it's the best idea or not, to be honest. I still think Taffy and I could benefit from selling this bike and paying some bills off and having more money in the bank. But I've got to admit, guys, I struggle so much at the thought of selling this bike. Yeah, it's kind of plagued me for a long time, as a lot of you probably know, and it's silly really, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just me, I'm obsessive. I love my bikes, and I love this bike very much. It's just such a beautiful bike, and one I'm finding it really kind of struggling to let go of. So as much as I want to kind of be sensible, as much as I just want to keep this bike. So we will see. I had thought about putting it to auction at the NCM show in February, but I sat down and worked out all their commission charges, and it's a lot of money. It's like, it cost me, if this sold for like £10,000 at auction, I worked out it's costing me as at £1,500 now. That £1,500 can stay in my pocket, as much as I'd like to sell it sometimes, as much as I don't, as much as I don't want to lose money, because I've put a lot of money into this bike, and I think it will make a £10,000 all day, every day, any day, as it is. I've bought some bits for it to return it to standard. Got some standard forks, I've got standard rear suspension for it. There are a few other standard bits and pieces at home I can't think of right now. So yeah, I'm half tempted to, I was going to strip it down and put it back to standard and sell it in more standard spec, which still might happen. But as I said, I'm very begrudgingly wanting to actually do anything with the bike at the moment, because I just want to keep it. And I guess it doesn't help it being the winter, because I just want to ride it and I'm not able really to ride it. Today is like a real chancy day, but I'm going to stick to the main roads and I have a little bit of a dry-ish ride, you know. I think it's as good as it gets really for a winter ride. So yeah, it makes it more difficult. It makes me kind of miss this bike more than what it was when I was riding it regularly, you know. Right, let's have a little bit of an open up. Yeah, I would have loved to have come out today with Taffy, but she's working. Tomorrow's my birthday. I would have loved the birthday ride with Taffy, but we are both off tomorrow. But tomorrow's meant to be flipping torrential rain all day again, so I grabbed this opportunity with both hands and did a runner. Sorry, Taffy. We will put in some more rides together. We did go for a ride on Christmas Eve, which I felt really happy for. Yeah, so no heroics today on the 916. I'm not really much into kind of leaning at great lean angles in the height of the summer, and today is definitely not happening. I got like slick tyres for the best part. So yeah, nice and steady ride. But it's so good to be out on it. So flipping good. Gert Lush. Feels so good. Such a rush, this bike. M5's looking stacked out. Wouldn't want to be in that. Got to be so careful this time of the year. It's low light conditions. Visibility for car drivers is poor, let alone for us bikers. Sun in their eyes, they can't see bugger all. So lots of caution. Ish. It's that time of the year when you're out, it's like, what is it, 2-3 o'clock and the moon's out. So waiting for you. It's just getting dark so early. But those summer days, or should I say the longer nights, are on their way, guys. You know that just before Christmas, I think it was something like 21st of December, was the shortest day of the year. So from here on out, the days are getting longer, and that's something to celebrate. Let's remember that one and focus on that one. Feels like such a long winter at times, particularly when it's like super grey out. It's just so depressing. So yeah, oh yeah, that becomes quite a strong focus of mine, that the days are getting longer slowly. And today is not actually that bad. It's not freezing cold. I think it's about 6 degrees. I've gotten quite a few layers. I'm not feeling too cold. I could be warmer, to be honest, but it's hard kind of chucking loads of big fat kind of motorcycle jackets and trousers on this 916. It's not the roomiest, so you've got to kind of gain a bit of a compromise in between being comfortable and warm enough, and I'm borderline warm enough, so I'm happy for that. I might go home though and stick my big winter jacket and guys, and jump on the Punisher for a bit of a warmer ride. Yo mate, nice to see all the bikes out today. Nice to see everyone having a bit of fun. It's a perfect day for it. Really is. A real change from the weather we've had. Awesome. still handles like, this bike is just such an amazing bike to ride from a handling standpoint. It feels big and heavy sometimes, or heavy, but not big, just heavy, I guess. But it's not until you get in a corner that this bike really starts to shine and you start learning what this bike is about. And every time you hit a corner, it's like, oh yeah, that thing, that's what this thing does so very well. Let's go around corners. I've been so tempted, so strongly tempted to take this on track, because I think it would be such a blast, such a lot of fun. I love riding it on the road, but it would be lovely to maybe, I don't know, put some race fairings on it, spend about £300 or so. I think you can get a race fairing set, not that I've looked, but yeah, and then have a bunch of fun. I would love to. The temptation is strong, but for all the time when it's hanging in my mind that I'm going to sell it, then it's a no-no, you know, particularly when you got guys at this in front rolling back. Gotta love it. And that's not even on a track. It's a bit busy today. It's a bit flipping busy. It's because it's the end of everything, like the end of everything. It's the end of the holidays, end of Christmas and New Year. Everyone's heading home, getting ready to go back to work. But not me. It's my birthday tomorrow, so I'm off for a couple more days of fun. It's like, for me, every Christmas is like, it's like a test of endurance, of how much frivolity and abuse, food and alcohol I can throw at my body. I think it's very different now, because now I'm totally gluten-free because I'm a celiac. I've got celiac disease, and that has made a massive difference for me, avoiding those foods. But it's still a little bit of a test. I do like to push the limits. I do like a drink or two, and I still love my food. What little there is that I can eat, I still enjoy it. But it's like I have Christmas, and then like Boxing Day, and then I try to have a bit of a rest from it. That's why I tend to work in between Christmas and New Year, to keep me from eating and drinking too much. And then then it's New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and then it's my birthday, and it's like, oh, so three big whammies quite close together. My body never particularly deals with it very well, but hey ho, it's been a good one. We've had a good Christmas and a good New Year. Taffy and I spent it with my mum and dad, and I stayed there and cooked us some dinner, which was great, which we all enjoyed. It was like a marathon of cooking, but it was worth it to see everyone enjoying, and I enjoyed it too. It's way too busy today for this. I think I'm going to go down to the petrol station, not this one, and double back around. But we got out, we had a bit of fun. It was good to get out, and that I'm very thankful for. But it's just a bit too busy on these main roads, and I would like to get on the back streets, but they're going to be super wet and greasy, just where this bike doesn't need to be. But this is alright. It's just a little bit damp here and there. I strongly suspect the bike's got hardly dirty at all, so I'm happy with that. It will get a little wash off though. Maybe just down here. Maybe just take it down here. It's always the way, this bike. I just always want to go where I shouldn't really go. What could possibly go wrong if I went down some darker, greasy roads? Sometimes you've got to live life on the edge, guys. So what I need to do is a photo shoot with that bad boy in front. Nice Lotus. And the old 916, I think they would look nice together. See, that's the kind of car I would like. I'm not really a car man, but if I was to choose one, I would have a Lotus. One of my brothers had a Lotus. He had a supercharged Lotus. That thing was insane. I've never really had that much money for such cars. Oh, it's getting a bit wet. I need to turn it around. Oh god. It's not that bad. Hey, you know what this is? It's Barrington Combe. Let's go up Barrington Combe. Be rude not to. Oh yeah, he's off, look. Yeah, the 916 could still do it. Oh, he would so eat the Lotus for breakfast.